Aquarius, born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of August 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So I see you enjoying yourself. I feel like some of you will have some vacation time. It feels a little bit slower paced, which would stand to reason given what's happening with our planets. I also do feel like there is a little bit of friction. So it's kind of like one half of the equation, I'm on vacation, but my family's fighting, right? Or I'm on vacation and they are building a hotel next door. So the noise wakes me up. So it's kind of this like, I have this idyllic situation and then there's this other stuff that's happening that just is getting under my skin. So it's that kind of month, right? So you've got some really great things and this like fingers down the chalkboard at the same time. So, you know, what there is to do is take the good with the bad, learn to let it roll off your shoulders, breathe. You know, this is all about managing our own energy so that we can really take care of ourselves. And we've just had this full total lunar eclipse in your sign on July 27th, right? So some of you may feel, if you haven't felt it yet, may just feel like, whoa, like you've just been uplifted and rocketed. And that's what an eclipse can do. Now, we also have a couple planets retrograde. So when you throw that in the mix, you know, there could be some confusion swirling around, you know, some relationship issues that you don't quite know what to do with, or people's behavior, or it's like, why, where's this coming from, right? So there can be a lot of confusion about the way people are treating to you or talking to you or their motives, why they're doing what they're doing. A lot of that will get cleared up by the end of the month. In the meantime, you just don't want to sit in that energy of confusion. So just take care of yourself. Do what you know to do and do the best that you can do it without stepping on other people's feet, right? So you can do that through communication, double checking communication. Did I hear you say that you're going to take mom on Monday, right? Or did I hear you say that you're asking me to XYZ, right? It's like that, because a lot of times, you know, our biggest problems are with family members or, you know, our romantic partners or in business, you know, with those people that we really interact with on a daily basis. So just want to be aware that communication is a little tricky. Because we're in a retrograde, we've got all that challenge with the electronics and the travel. And then on top of that, Mars is retrograde, so business is not fast and percolating, right? Things are just like this slow roll. And for Aquarians who are used to getting things done, that can feel a little bit irritating. So just go with it. And I do feel like, you know, this is a month to take care of yourself. This is a month to redo and recreate and regenerate and just like really listen to that inner spirit. You know, if you feel like reading a book, read a book. If you feel like ripping apart your closet and getting rid of stuff, do it, right? These are all times when, if you like renovating a home, renovate it. It's that kind of inner work, tilling the soil. You know, for some of us, it's going in and emotionally working inside. And I see some of you doing that as well. So let's move into romantic partnerships. For those of you in a coupled romantic relationship, what's in store for August for you guys? Okay, so for a lot of you, you've conquered how to get along with one another. But now, how do we co-create? How do we create so that we both get what we want? And I feel like that's the theme for you this month. How do we co-create? So, okay, so if you're renovating a home, do we like the same colors? Do we like the frame of the house? Do we like, right? Like figuring out how to co-create together. It could even be how to co-create your life or your relationship or where you're going to live or where your children are going to go to school, right? So what's up for you guys is learning how both of you to get what you want, co-creating. It can be really fun, right? One of the keys in co-creating so that nobody kind of gets upset or throws a tantrum is to use the magic wand, right? If I had a magic wand, right? And so you, as extreme and as outlandish as you want, right? And if both of you played with that extreme and outlandish and you just like use pretend, right? If you pretend about it, then it's all out there, and then you can go back and you can sort of feel your way through, okay, now what is achievable? What do we believe that we can have? And if you kind of throw it all out there, it gets you a little more playful, and then everybody's boundaries are moved. And they're out there, hanging out there. So it's easier then for you guys to kind of come together. So it's just a little thing that you can practice or play with one another. Okay, so let's look at those of you who aren't in relationship and want a romantic relationship. For Aquarians, what you can expect for August. So Aquarians, this month you're going to have to take care of yourself. And what I mean by that is nobody's in relationship. You're the one who's going to have to be on the lookout of protecting yourself, right? So does this relationship work for me? Is this somebody that I want to go to lunch with? Is this somebody that I'm interested in having a conversation with? You know, is drinking 2 glasses of wine or having a few shots, does that forward me in this situation, right? Like knowing your limits, knowing what works for you, knowing what doesn't work for you is the first key for you in being able to attract a romantic relationship in. You taking care of you. If you don't take care of you and you bend over backwards to please the other person, it won't be a real relationship. It won't be a real defining moment because it's not you. You're pretending so that you can get something. You're faking it so that you can make them like you or not be alone or whatever the number of reasons are. So the first thing that you're being asked to do is be real with you and take care of you. And by taking care of you, right? Oh, I need to go to bed at 10. So I'm going to skip that party, but I'm going to run to the gym, right? Well, you're going to meet somebody else who's on the same vibration as you, who's not going to the party, but going to the gym. And you're going to see each other. Your eyes are going to lock. You're going to, whoa, okay, dude, right, you're at the gym, I'm at the gym. I get it. We're in the same vibe. So it's like that, right? So by you taking care of you, the universe is going to bring your partner to you. They'll bring somebody. So don't feel like I have to go do things I don't want to do because that's where I'm going to meet people. No, you can meet anybody, anywhere, at any time. If your consciousness is right about it. If I'm taking care of me and I'm out and I'm not just staying home, and, you know, Postmates everything to me, which can be a problem, right? But you have to get out, right? And it doesn't mean you have to go to a club or you have to go to a party, but you have to get out. And I do feel the biggest opportunity for a relationship will happen at the end of the month. And I feel like it might just take you a little bit to get in the swing of loving on you, of loving yourself and taking care of yourself and feeling good about yourself. So you want to start to set in, you know, new habits of what feels good to me in terms of relationships and the type of person that you want to be, and you know, we always talk about, you know, who you want to date, and by attracting that, it's you becoming them first, right? So if you want to date somebody who's generous and playful and sensitive, right, to somebody else's needs, you have to become that, and by becoming that, your vibration becomes that, and you pull them in. So start to think about what qualities do I admire, and then work on becoming those qualities, and you'll attract somebody. All right, guys, let's move on to money and career for Aquarians for the month. So I think money for you guys is just on focusing. You just have to focus on it. Like, I want that. I want X amount of dollars, and I feel like you'll get it. I feel like you'll attract it. So it's just a matter of setting your mind to it and then going for it. And it's there. It's all right there. Some of you may be switching careers, maybe finding yourself wanting to do something different, like there's a pull to quit and to go in another direction. Some of you may completely change directions and pick up and move and go to another part of the country and pursue a different sort of job. So I see a lot of big changes for a lot of you, and some of you it feels like moving or flying. So big changes and adjustments for you if you want it. And I feel like it's also just presented. It doesn't, you know, things are presented all the time that we're allowed to say no to, right? So we don't have to say yes to every career opportunity or move that comes our way if it doesn't feel right to us. But I do feel like the money, all you have to do is focus on it. It's right there for you. All right, let's look at your health for Aquarians. So skin is coming up. As you know, a lot of times, you know, things get under your skin, or you get an allergic reaction to skin, or you're out in the sun too long and you get a sunburn. So just being gentle with your skin, having an awareness about your skin, the type of foods that you're eating. Some people have a tendency to go, it doesn't happen a lot, but all of a sudden you change your diet and then you get all these skin eruptions and things because you're detoxifying. So just be aware if you've suddenly gone into a really strict diet, and that can be happening for your body. Let's see if there's anything else for Aquarians that's a surprise for the month. Yeah, there may be some moments of surprise loneliness that comes up for you this month. And because I'm surprised too, because I feel like you're surrounded by people. And the loneliness just comes from, it feels melancholy to me. It feels like reflections of the past. You know, we have all these eclipses that have just happened. We had 2 in July, and now we have another one on August 11th, a new moon partial solar eclipse in Leo. And I feel like they're just moving us so fast that, you know, we haven't had time. And so there's this, you know, a little bit of a longing to go back. And not that you really want to go back, but it's just recollections and it's memories. And it's just, you know, it's like that. It feels a little lonely for the past. So just be aware if that comes up, it'll pass, and just love it and love yourself through it. And you know, and take your time. There's no rush. We have all these retrogrades. Mars goes direct August 27th, and then we have a couple of days where it's the shadow. So by September 1st, you know, things will be back on track. Business will be moving again and booming again. And the retrograde ends, you know, by the 20th of August, communication should have cleared up and things will start to be better. So just know that things are moving in the right direction. And this loneliness, sometimes it's okay just to sit and reflect and to process those emotions and to not feel rushed with them. But just to know that there's always energy around you, loved ones around you to take care of you and to nurture you, right? We just have to reach for it. All right, Aquarians, have a wonderful month. Enjoy this time. I really feel like there's big opportunities that are opening inside of you. A lot of you are really starting to, I feel, know yourself more deeply and more true, and there's a deeper spiritual connection that is happening for you. You may even find yourself having a new course of study or new things of interest or appealing to you. You may see business being shifted or new ideals coming in that you're wanting to live by. So I just really feel there's these big changes that are happening for you, and kind of with emotional growth and spiritual growth. So it's all happening, and you're just getting underway in August. So enjoy it, love yourself, take your time. There's no rush. I hope you liked my intuitive astrology. If you did, please click like, comment below, and share it with your friends. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. Have a great month, everybody.